Time again for nutritional tips with Morgan Schaack from Brandon Wild Retirement Community. Morgan is a dedicated registered dietitian and certified personal trainer who provides expert nutritional guidance for the residents at Brandon Wild to support optimal health, prevent malnutrition, and manage chronic conditions in aging populations. And today, we're talking about the importance of vegetables in our diets. Morgan, thanks for coming back on.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
All right, so last time we were talking about the importance of fruits.
Yep.
Now it's vegetables here.
Oh, yeah.
And we hear it all the time, eat your veggies. But why? What makes vegetables so important?
So like fruits, they're colorful. So again, we're going back to the antioxidants in them, packed with vitamins, nutrients, minerals, that fiber. They're good for your immune system, digestive, heart health, of course. And then one great thing about them, they're low in calories, right? So we're always looking for that next low calorie food. Veggies are the way to go with that.
Okay, so it's not just about staying slim, it's about staying healthy from the inside out.
Yeah, exactly. So vegetables like spinach, broccoli, carrots, your greens, they're high in iron and calcium. Then you've got your bell peppers, carrots, good for eye health.
Right.
Yep.
Now, a lot of people are struggling to get their daily servings of vegetables here. Sometimes it's not readily available. Are there any tips for sneaking a bit more vegetables into your diet?
Yeah, so one big thing a lot of people like to do is add them in smoothies. Kale,
Right.
spinach, you can hide those pretty well in there. One of my favorite things to do is cauliflower, making rice out of it. So making a Mexican dish out of it, having it like that. Or spiraling zucchini, using those as noodles instead of actual noodles. You got a low carb option there. One other thing, if you got kids at home, you can grind out some cauliflower and throw it in the oatmeal. Add some extra veggies there.
And they won't even know
Yeah.
about it. Okay. Morgan, why do you think so many adults still have trouble and they still struggle to eat enough vegetables?
So growing up, you build those habits. And then convenience plays a big role, especially in the time we live now. We're
Right.
going from A to Z and, in our 8-hour day. So we eat a lot of convenient food. So the big thing is just trying them out with different meals. So breakfast, like I said, have a smoothie. You can do a snack, carrots and hummus. Easy things, you can keep them on the go. And it saves you money in the long end.
It really doesn't have to be complicated at all, does
Right,
it?
no.
So now, is there a magic number when it comes to how many servings of vegetables we should have a day?
So I try to say fill half your plate with vegetables. Sometimes that can be hard for people, especially if you're not a fan of them. So 2.5 to 3 cups of veggies per day, depending on age, activity level. The more variety and color, the better range of nutrients you get and all those vitamins.
Okay.
Yeah.
In your experience, even with Brandon Wild too, are there any common misconceptions that people have about veggies?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I get asked all the time by my residents at Brandon Wild, raw or cooked?
Yeah, that's a big one.
And that changes. There's a lot of science into food. So things like tomatoes and spinach, they actually release more nutrients when cooked. So having, pasta with red sauce, great. You're getting more of those nutrients there. And then potatoes. Potatoes sometimes get a bad rap, but they're actually high in potassium, which I know we talked about last week with fruits, and then fiber. Just don't deep fry them, okay? I mean, maybe on occasion, but you want to keep a boiled potato, not the French fries.
All right, there's a cheat day for you.
Yeah.
All right, last question. Frozen or fresh, and does it really matter?
Not much.
No?
Frozen vegetables are picked right away and they're frozen. So they're holding in those nutrients, keeping that peak ripeness. Okay. And sometimes frozen can be a great option if you're looking to pinch pennies. But definitely, I always advise going to the local farmer's market here, especially downtown Augusta. They've got a great one.
Great selection of stuff that you can do. All right,
Yeah.
so the eyes have it. Veggies are good for you.
Yeah.
And there you go. Morgan, appreciate all the info.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate it.